Hi, I'm Vivian, and before I continue with this crazy story, please like and subscribe to hear how I caught my husband and his sister in their own trap. As a forensic document specialist, I've seen countless forgeries, but never expected to find them in my own family's paperwork. It started last month when my parents, Robert and Marie, announced they were selling our family estate, the house I grew up in. My husband Derek was suspiciously supportive of the whole thing. Your parents deserve a comfortable retirement, honey. They've worked hard enough. My sister Hannah can handle all the real estate paperwork. I was organizing some files in my home office when Derek came in, hovering over my shoulder. Hannah's sent over the preliminary paperwork for your parents' house sale. She needs signatures by tomorrow. Tomorrow? That's unusually fast, even for your sister. She's just being efficient. You know how Hannah is with her real estate business. The buyers are eager. Something felt off. I took the papers to work the next day, where my colleague Mike was reviewing some fraud cases. Hey, Mike, mind taking a quick look at these? It's my parents' house sale paperwork. My sister-in-law's handling the sale. Sure thing. Wait a minute. Vivian, these power of attorney signatures, there's something weird about them. I leaned over his desk. What do you mean? The ink distribution is inconsistent. And look at these flourishes. They're identical, pixel by pixel. This is a digital copy-paste job, not original signatures. My stomach dropped. Are you absolutely certain? Let me run it through the system. Yeah, definitely forged. Pretty sophisticated job, too. Someone with experience did this. That evening, I confronted Derek. The paperwork your sister sent over, care to explain the forged signatures? What are you talking about? You're being paranoid. I had them analyzed at work. Professional opinion, they're fakes. Derek's face changed. Stay out of it, Vivian. Your parents want this sale, and Hannah knows what she's doing. I drove to my parents' house, finding them in the kitchen. Mom, Dad, did you sign power of attorney papers recently? Marie looked confused. No, honey. Derek said Hannah would bring those over next week. Well, I have them right here, with your signatures dated 3 days ago. Robert adjusted his glasses, examining the papers. But we never signed these. I know, they're forgeries. The question is, why are my husband and his sister in such a rush to sell? The room fell silent. Marie started crying. Robert, we have to tell her. Tell me what? Derek burst through the door. Don't say another word. I've called our lawyer. I stood my ground. Too late. I've already sent copies to my office for official analysis. Whatever you and your sister are up to, it's going to come out. I grabbed my phone and dialed Mike. You won't believe what's happening. My parents never signed those papers. Get out of there now. I'm checking previous property sales by Derek's sister. There's a pattern here. Derek snatched my phone. That's enough. This is family business. Family business? Since when does family business involve forgery? Marie grabbed my arm, her voice shaking. We owe money, lots of it. Derek and Hannah said this was the only way. The only way for what? To steal your house? Robert slumped in his chair. Investment scheme. We trusted Derek with our retirement fund. He said his sister could help with the paperwork. Give me my phone back. I reached for it, but Derek shoved it in his pocket. You're not calling anyone. My sister and I can fix this internally. I noticed my sister-in-law's BMW pulling into the driveway. Perfect timing. Hannah waltzed in like she owned the place. Everyone signed? My buyers are ready to close tomorrow. Nobody signed anything, Hannah? Want to explain these forged documents? She didn't even flinch. Forged? That's a serious accusation, especially against your sister-in-law. Cut the act. I analyze fraudulent documents for a living, remember? Hannah glanced at her brother. Derek, control your wife. This sale needs to happen. Control me? I'd love to see him try. Derek stepped toward me. You're ruining everything. We needed this money. We? You mean you and your sister needed it? What happened to my parents' retirement fund? Hannah interrupted. It's all perfectly legal. We just expedited some paperwork. That's what family does. My phone buzzed in Derek's pocket. He pulled it out. Mike was still on the line. Hey, Derek, still there? Just wanted to let you know I'm looking at 3 other property sales with the same forged signature pattern. You and your sister have been busy. Should I keep digging? Derek's face went pale. He threw my phone against the wall. You've lost it. I backed toward the door. And you just destroyed evidence! Marie started crying again. We trusted you with everything, Derek. You said your sister's real estate experience would protect our investment. Mom, how much money did you invest? All of it, $400,000. Hannah said the house sale would cover our losses and then some. I pulled out my backup phone from my purse. Mike, you getting this? Every word. I've got records of similar complaints against the siblings from 2 other families. Forged papers, rushed sales, missing funds. Hannah lunged for my purse, but I dodged. Touch me and assault charges get added to fraud. You don't understand. The market crashed. My brother and I had to cover losses. By stealing from your own family? Real classy sibling operation you've got going? Derek tried a different approach. Baby, think about us. Once this sells, we'll all be taken care of. Us? There is no us anymore. But hey, prison does have a family visitation program. You and your sister can share quality time there. I turned to my parents. Pack some clothes. You're staying at my condo tonight. Mike, send everything you found to my work email. I'm calling a real estate fraud investigator in the morning. Hannah grabbed her designer purse. This isn't over. Nobody goes after my brother. You're right about that. By the way, how many other families did you 2 scam? Actually, save it for your statement tomorrow. The next morning, my office phone rang. This is FBI Director Thomas. I need to speak with you about a real estate fraud case involving my siblings Derek and Hannah. I nearly dropped my coffee. Director Thomas? How did you... Mike sent the case file up the chain. Property fraud crossing state lines makes it federal. I've been tracking similar cases involving their real estate schemes. I discovered forged documents in my parents' house sale. Your brother and sister are behind it. I've been building a case against them for months. Noticed suspicious transactions but needed solid evidence. Mike rushed into my office. You're not going to believe this. Hannah's real estate license is fake. What kind of fake are we talking about? The kind that never existed. She's been operating under a stolen identity. The real Hannah Brooks died 3 years ago. My phone buzzed. Derek calling again. I put it on speaker. Come home. We can work this out. Sure, just like you worked out my parents' retirement fund? That money's gone. Market crash. Bad investments. Save it. Your older brother's investigating this case now. Silence. Then panic. Thomas is involved? FBI Director Thomas to you. He says hi, by the way. Mike pulled up more files on his laptop. 7 properties sold in 3 months, all with forged documents. Derek handled the financial transfers while Hannah processed the paperwork. Looks like they've been working together for years. My parents arrived at the office, looking exhausted. Thomas was still on the line. Robert, Marie, I need your full statement. Everything my brother and sister told you about the investments. Marie spoke first. Derek said he had insider information, guaranteed returns. He promised to triple our retirement fund, Robert added. Hannah showed us fake portfolio statements every month. Thomas sighed. Classic family fraud scheme. They used new property sales to cover previous losses. I hate that my own siblings would do this. My cell phone lit up with texts from Hannah. Last chance, sister-in-law. Walk away or everything burns. Thomas, your sister's threatening me now. Location traced. Agents are moving in. Mike pulled up surveillance footage on his screen. Look at this. Derek and Hannah meeting with known fraud rings at underground casinos. The siblings have been busy. My husband and his sister picked the wrong family to scam. Robert put his hand on my shoulder. We should have listened when you questioned the sale. Don't blame yourselves. They fooled everyone. Speaking of which, I forwarded Hannah's threat to Thomas. Add witness intimidation to the charges against your sister. Teams are in position. Hannah's at the real estate office. Derek's attempting to withdraw funds at First National. Mike whistled. Got the transaction records, offshore accounts, shell companies. The brother-sister duo have done this before. How much are we talking? Millions. They've been running this scam across 3 states. Thomas's voice hardened. Time to end this. It hurts, but they're still my siblings breaking the law. Vivian, stay with your parents. Mike, send everything to our financial crimes unit. My office phone lit up. Derek again. Last chance, Vivian. There's a briefcase with 200 grand. All yours if you drop this. You still don't get it. This was never about money. Then what? Justice. By the way, say hi to your brother's FBI agents standing behind you. Through the phone, I heard the distinct sound of handcuffs clicking. I watched the security feed from Thomas's office as FBI agents surrounded the real estate agency. Hannah had arranged a closing meeting with 3 more potential victims. Remember, my brother Derek has their investments ready to transfer. Just sign here. The door burst open. FBI! Everyone on the ground! Hannah tried diving for her laptop, but an agent tackled her. Those files are private. Those files are evidence. Thomas walked in, badge displayed. Hello, sister. Been busy, haven't you? Mike nudged me, pointing to another screen. Look at the bank footage. Derek's trying to access the safety deposit boxes. Through the bank's security feed, I watched my soon-to-be ex-husband arguing with the teller. These are my family's accounts. You can't freeze them. Actually, we can. Thomas spoke through the bank's intercom. Along with the offshore accounts you opened in the Caymans. I turned to my parents. You guys okay? Robert squeezed Marie's hand. Better now. The FBI says we'll get most of our money back. The other victims, too, Mike added. Found 6 more families they scammed. All their retirement funds, just like yours. Thomas approached with a thick file. Vivian, need you to confirm something. These forged documents go back 3 years. That's when Derek first introduced Hannah as our financial advisor. Said his sister had a special investment program. Special is one word for it. Their previous victims were too embarrassed to come forward. The security feed showed Hannah in cuffs, still arguing. You can't do this. I'm your sister. You stopped being my sister when you started destroying families. Thomas responded through the mic. Derek, you too. It's over. My phone rang. A blocked number. Hello? Vivian, please? Derek sounded desperate. One call to Thomas. That's all I'm asking. We're blood. No, Derek. My parents are blood. The families you and your sister ruined? They're real people. We can still fix this. I've got money hidden. More stolen retirement funds? Save it for the judge. Mike pulled up new files. Check this out. Hannah was running the same scam in 3 other states. Different names, same fraud. The house stays with your parents, Thomas confirmed. All sales contracts are void due to fraud. Marie started crying again, but this time from relief. We get to keep our home? Everything stays with you, I assured them. Derek and Hannah can't touch it now. Through the monitors, I watched FBI agents escort my husband out in handcuffs. His sister was already in a tactical vehicle, still screaming about family loyalty. 20 years minimum, Thomas sighed. Financial fraud, identity theft, crossing state lines. Any chance of parole? Not with the evidence we have, plus 3 more victims just came forward. I signed the final paperwork, making everything official. Mike whistled at the numbers. 4.2 million total. Your in-laws were ambitious. Ex-in-laws, I corrected. The divorce papers are already filed. A week later, I got a letter from prison. Derek and Hannah both signed it, begging for forgiveness, claiming they'd changed. I dropped it in the shredder without reading past the first line. Some family ties are better off broken. What would you have done if you discovered your spouse and their sibling had been stealing retirement funds from not just your parents, but multiple families? Would you have turned them in immediately like I did? Or given them one chance to make things right? I chose justice over family loyalty, but these decisions are never easy. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you would do in this situation. If you enjoyed this story of family betrayal and justice served, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more real-life drama and revenge stories. Your support helps me keep sharing these intense personal experiences with you all.